Right, let's see how we're getting on here. Let's check out the audio and video. Make sure we're working. There we go. Yay! We have audio and video. We're doing very well today, my friends. Doing very, very well. So, my friends, yes, welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody is safe and well. My friends, you're going to have to give me a bit of a second here while I tweet. Bloody tweet. I don't tweet. Who tweets? I certainly don't. Yeah, live. So I must put it on the MyGameSteam Discord channel that we are actually live with the HydroTrike. And we'll get going. So yeah, welcome my friends. I hope everybody is safe and well. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate that. So basically, today we're going to be looking at a new mod from MyGameSteam. And I kind of hope you guys like it, you know. We've been working on this mod for, I don't know, a few weeks now. So I'm going to take you through the mod, and generally what we tend to do is, you know, so this is a giant software mod, the Vaporat HydroTrike. So it's a self-propelled, slurry spreader, sorry. And basically, I kind of like this. You know, it's a nice looking mod. You know, a nice looking 3D model. You know, there aren't many, you know, self-propelled slurry spreaders. You know, mods or mod hub or anything like that. You know, so I was glad when Giants actually brought it. You know, from 22 to 25. So I downloaded the mod. We started looking at it. We found a number of errors and issues with the mod, and these are Giants related issues. Where is the environmental volume? Where is the music volume? There we go. That's what I wanted. Right, you know, copyright and stuff like that. Mouse, how are you, sir? Hope you're doing well, sir. Thank you very much for tuning in. Appreciate that. So yeah, you don't want any audio in case, you know, Giants try to hit you for copyright and stuff like that. So we have the mod here. Okay, so this is the MyGameSteam version of the Giants software HydroTrike. We have titled this the Vaporat HydroTrike XL Special Edition. Right. So brand new shop icon here, as you can see. Okay. Special kind of version of the mod. So we have a very, very extensive changelog. As I said, we did find multiple problems with the original Giants mod. And basically what we had to do, we had to go into the, you know, Blender and i3D and fix it, basically. So I'll take you through kind of what was broken and, you know, the kind of the changes. So we have a very extensive changelog here in terms of, you know, we wanted to make sure that people knew what's different about it. You know what I mean? Why should I download your version compared to the Giants version? You know, so we've got a very, very extensive changelog here, so people know exactly what they're getting. So we have the Vaporat HydroTrike XL Special Edition. So overview of changes made. Fixed multiple Giant software related 3D model problems, including fixed joystick decal position, missing buttons and emissive texture. Fixed missing sliders on in-cabin monitor. Added functional in-game clock in cab. Added missing reflectors present on the real-world vehicle. New shop options based on the real-world vehicle. New custom paint job and roof flag based on real-world vehicle. Added engine, missing on the Giants 3D model. Fixed decal bleed seen on original Giants 3D model. So some of the decals kind of overlapped, you know. So it's kind of hard to describe, but you know, the textures weren't correct. You know what I mean? So one texture would kind of bleed into the other on the actual, you know, 3D model and stuff like that. So we kind of fixed that. Improved quality of decals and textures. Added multicolored sliders to in-cabin monitor. We'll show you the difference. I have the original Giants mod, and I'll show you the difference between the two. Tidy up of XML. Textures fully remapped to separate folder. Remove leftover Giants assets from i3D and remapped to XML. Mod description rewritten with detailed vehicle data and new translations. New GPS system with receiver and in-cab monitor added. Precision Farming 25 ready. So that'll be coming in probably FarmCon 25. So basically all the kind of the nodes for the precision farming sensors are already built into the mod. So when precision farming comes out, it'll be very easy to update the mod and get it precision farming ready and stuff like that. Remove files and DDS images left over and unused by Giants. So the original zip file, when you run it through Test Runner, the Giant software tool, Giants had leftover images, DDS images. One of them was 10.6 megabytes, and that's going to increase the file size, of the mod that you download. So, our logs are clean and stuff like that. So yeah, removed files and DDS images left over and unused by Giants. Test Runner and in-game logs 100% clean. Mod made to FS25 Giants software and ModHub standards. Added ability to change slurry sounds as required in XML. That's kind of a little thing for modders, if you wanted to change the kind of the sound template for the the slurry sounds, the working sounds of the HydroTrike, you can. It's kind of built in. We have a custom paint job on included Zune Hammer Vibro. So what we did was we have a custom version of the Zune Hammer Vibro. We call it the SE, which is special edition, right? So we've altered the base game Vibro. Added new reflectors to Zune Hammer Vibro. New shop and store icons, new file structure. Added new shop options to Zune Hammer Vibro. New shop and store icons, new file structure. Added new shop options to. Wait, do I have a double thing, or did I just read the same thing again? Did I? I must have read the same bloody thing. Let me go through that again. The custom paint job on included Zune Hammer Vibro. Added new reflectors to Zune Hammer Vibro. New shop and store icons, new file structure. Added new shop options to Zune Hammer Vibro. New stripe color option to HydroTrike. Adjusted Zune Hammer Vibro decal colors. So we have the specs, detailed specs down here. All the various vehicle specs. The price and power, speed. The usual stuff. Same with the Vibro down here as well. So we've called it the Vibro SE. Okay. Shop options. Numerous shop options. These shop options are based on the a real world Zune or HydroTrike. So basically, Ververat are a French company, and what they do is, they kind of the colors and the textures on the Giants kind of 3D model is based on kind of the default real world HydroTrike. But if you are ordering from the company, you can actually get a custom paint job to whatever you want, right? So there are videos on YouTube of the factory, and you'll see multiple different versions of the HydroTrike, all different decals and paint jobs and all sorts of different things. So there was one particular mod or vehicle that we saw that we liked. We liked the color of it, and we liked the decals and stuff in it. So what we did was we repainted all the default Giants decals. It's actually Challenger yellow, and then the base color, kind of the main color, then is Antonio Carrero black. It's kind of a special kind of black color. It's kind of it's not a jet black. It's an off black, if that makes sense. It's kind of black mixed with a bit of brown, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It's not a pure jet black color. It looks very nice, especially in the when you're the sun reflecting off the vehicle. So we have numerous shop options here that we've added. We have a flag. So in the video, you'll actually see there's an Italian flag on the roof of the vehicle. So we've added that. Horns, GPS, extinguisher, speed signs, beacon lights, roof lights, stripe color options, and then we have the standard kind of, wheel options and license plate. So we've got a couple of recommended mods down here. So we have the extended outdoor camera zoom. So basically, that's for when we get in game, it means that I'm able to zoom in on the inside of the cabin to show you the the in-cab monitors and stuff like that. And then there's the HydroTrike, which is basically an implement that you put on the back of the vehicle. So that's kind of all of the information here. So I always recommend to people, read the mod description text. It does inform you about the mod and that type of thing. There's a lot of good information here that, you can actually read and stuff like that, So the mod, you've got the HydroTrike and you've got the special edition of the Zoomhammer Vibro. So it's about 28.6 megabytes. Okay. Right, so we'll start the game. Give me 1 second while I just wet my whistle, as they say. I mean, the game was only loading in anyway, so it's going to take a while for it to load in. I'm sure you guys are aware of that Nexat pack, which is out on Tuesday the 11th. So there are previews of the Nexat out. So it's raining at the moment, actually. So I did get some fertilizing contracts, but they want I picked the wrong bloody contract. So they want solid fertilizer and stuff like that, and you can't actually use the the trike on it and stuff like that. Now I don't know if I'm going to move forward time here. Right, so we'll show you the mod here. Superfly, how are you, sir? How are things? Thank you for tuning in. I mean, we could fast forward time, I guess. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Maybe we can get rid of that rain. All right, let's see. I don't know how long it'll take. So we're in September at the moment. So my graphics settings are ultra. Okay, so ultra custom. Oh, there we go. They're not fully maxed out, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? But it's the best that I can get my laptop to go. Right, so yeah, so here is our custom version of the Giant Software Vaporat HydroTrike. Custom paint job. So basically, you can see here, so you have your Antonio Carrera Black, right? Then your decals here are the Challenger Yellow. That matches the real world vehicle that we saw, right? So it's all fully customized. So you can see here, look, so the grill mesh areas are custom. You can see the front here, look, is custom. So we painted this area here, right? Custom job. Based on the real world vehicle, there is a red a reflector here that we added, which is not in the Giant software model. Inside, now I don't know if you can see it here, but inside there is an engine, right? So that is a transparent mesh, right? So when I looked at the Giant's 3D model, there's a huge area in here that is empty, right? And they're all like hoses and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So for whatever reason, Giants completely just left this area like just blank, empty, you know what I mean? I mean, in the real world, there's an engine, a big ass engine inside in here, you know? So what we did was we took an engine from another base game mod. We cut it, shrunk it down to size, and we stuck it inside there. Now, obviously, it's not the real, it's not, it's not representative of the real world engine. It's just to put something in the area, if that makes sense. So when you look through the mesh here, you can actually see, you know, that there's an engine inside there, but it's not, you know, we didn't create a, you know, an engine from scratch based on the real world engine, you know, because that's very, very complex. So like, it's sort of, you know, the shop options and stuff like that. Again, we looked at, you know, real world videos of the trike and that type of thing. And, you know, we saw, for example, one of the options you can get, you can have the fire extinguisher here. On top here, look, so you can see the Italian flag, right? So that's kind of representative of the real world vehicle. You have your roof lights, okay? You have your GPS system. You have your horns, again, all representative of the real world vehicle. You have your speed signs on the side. You have your speed signs on the back. Let me disconnect. Let me just fold that here. Fold that. Okay. Just to show you the back here. So right, so you have speed signs at the back here, right? So all your decals here, custom decals. Look. See that strip there? That's a shop option, so you can change the color of that strip, as you can see there. So you know the you know, it's an approximation of a real world, you know, HydroTrike, you know. So in cab, let me turn off the engine. So it changes in cab. We painted the VF logo here on the steering wheel, so it's, you know, matches Challenger yellow. Up here, there is an in-game clock that's been added, okay, up here. So that clock actually is real-time clock, so, you know, the in-game time is 14:14 and the clock is 14 as well. So that's a functional in-game clock that was added, okay. Excuse me. So down here, right, I'm going to turn off the engine again. So this is our joystick, okay? Right, now let me show you the original Giants 3D model. Here's the Giants mod. Okay, that's what it looks like. So you have, you know, you have the launch edition and you have that. So that's what it kind of looks like by default by Giants, right? With the, you know, the kind of the colors scheme and stuff like that, right? So let me get that. So I want you to pay particular attention to the joystick, okay? Now, what do you see here? You see 3 buttons, okay? The green button, the red button, and the yellow button. And you see something up here that looks like, I don't know, like a decal or something. It just looks a bit weird, right? So what happens when I change back to this? Okay, so notice the difference. You have a black button with a decal on it. You have another yellow button. So you have 4 buttons, right? Now, when I turn this on, you can actually see that decal here on the black button is actually emissive, so it glows, right? And the same with the yellow button. So what was the problem there? Why is that a thing? Well, basically what happened was, Giants have not placed the decal, so there's a decal on that joystick, right? Giants have not placed that decal correctly in the i3D, right? So it's hiding certain elements on the joystick, you know. So what we did was we repositioned the decal and stuff like that, and when we did that, it revealed all this stuff, you know. So I'm going to show you the in-cab monitor here. Now we've customized all this again, right? So we go back again, okay, turn on the engine. So this is the original Giants in-cab monitor, right? So you can see the HydroTrike, the percentage, right? So look down here at the corner, right? Right, see all these boxes, there are, you know, there's like fuel gauges and stuff like that, right? So that there's the bottom left hand corner, right? There's nothing visible, right? Okay, all right. So if we go back to this one, and if you look here, you can see that there are numerous sliders. So basically what happened here is that Giants once again have not positioned the animated sliders correctly in the i3D. So all that data is invisible to the you know, the person in cab. Now all these things are all functional. So what's going to happen here is, if I zoom in again, you have a temperature sensor, you have your fuel capacity, right? Over here we have a capacity. See the brown decal here? So that slider is basically showing 81% slurry capacity, right? So if I lower, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put it on the worker. Put it on the worker and let him do his thing. We've also adjusted the color of the smoke here as well, so it's a little bit more noticeable. So we changed the smoke here. Right. So if we zoom in here, we can actually see that. Look, see the slider going up and down. Okay. So you have a blue slider that goes up and down. You have a red temperature slider that goes up and down. You have the fuel gauge, and that brown slider over here is the actual capacity. So what will happen is once this guy gets into position, right, you will actually see the capacity going down. Right, so it's at 77%, and the brown slider will actually decrease with usage, right? So we've made numerous alterations here to the main in-cab terminal, right? And we've obviously changed the original picture as well. Look, so this is what the picture looks like. See that the red HydroTrike. So we've modified that to represent kind of the, you know, the modified version, right? Up here we have our GPS system. So this is a GPS monitor. It is obviously connected to the GPS terminal up here. Okay. So if we go in game and we look at the brands and stuff like that. So we have two mods in the pack. Okay. So we have the HydroTrike, the special edition. Okay. So we have wheel brand options. We have Trelleborg and Michelin, same as the Giants version. Okay, no difference. Obviously, these are new. So we have the flag, yes or no. Right. None of these shop options cost you any money, by the way. Alright, so you can put the flag on it. The GPS. Okay. So you get the GPS receiver on top, and you get the GPS monitor in cab. Right. So that's kind of the shop option there, yes or no. Extinguisher, self-explanatory. Horns on top. Okay. Speed signs. So you have speed signs at the side here, look. So you've got the 40, you've got the 240 there, and you've got one on the side, right? So 4 speed signs. Roof lights. So what we've done, because there's a GPS, right? If you enable the roof lights, right? So see where there's only 4 roof lights? See that, right? But if you turn off the GPS here, up here, look, you now have 5. See that? So there's an object change there, right, to accommodate the GPS. See that? Okay. So you can have both if you want to. Down here, we've added some beacon light options. We have standard. We have design A and design B. You know, nothing crazy in terms of beacon lights, you know. Stripe color. So there is there's a stripe on the side here. So by default, it is, you know, the Antonio Carrera black, but you can change it to different colors. So you can change it to that one there. Okay. It's kind of a dark gray. This is kind of a light gray. This is a different kind of darker shade of grey. And then you can have your Challenger yellow, right? So you can kind of see it there, what it looks like, right? So this is kind of a 360 of the mod here, you know, and what it looks like and stuff, you know. So yeah, we have made, you know, substantial changes to the mod here compared to, you know, the original standard Giants version, you know. And again, you know, all this stuff is based on the real world, vehicle that we saw in a YouTube video. And you know, it is you know, it's quite different to the, you know, the original Giants mod and stuff like that. So as you can see here, this guy is working away. So you can actually, once again, you can see that the slider now, the brown slider has gone down. Brown for slurry, you know. So we're at 54%, 53%. So you know, the everything in here is fully functional, stuff like that, you know. Now that GPS terminal up there, it has no in-game function. It's just kind of a static screen, you know. Kind of the business end is kind of here and stuff like that, you know. So that's kind of, you know, kind of an overview of, you know, the changes that we made. We've done other things as well, you know. We've improved the decals throughout the mod compared to the original, you know, Giants mod, you know. So for example, at the back here, we've done some changes with the zoom hammer as well, look. So we painted the zoom hammer here, look, kind of the Challenger yellow color. We cleaned up all the decals. We added some things to the zoom hammer as well, right? So for example, there are some new reflectors here on the side, red reflectors. You have a beacon light here at the back, look, it's been added. You have the triangle here as well, you know. So we made alterations to the zoom hammer vibro here. We've obviously changed the colors as well, you know. So you know, it's not the original kind of zoom hammer, you know. It's been customized, so the colors match, you know, the HydroTrike and stuff like that. So we have a triangle here. Look, we have option A and option B, right? So you can change it. So that's kind of an American kind of a triangle, and this is kind of a European one, you know, right? So beacon light there, you can add the beacon light to the back, yes or no, right? Okay. Have a going cab here. Show you that it all kind of works here. So you have your beacon light at the back here. You have a beacon light here. So you kind of got, you know, 4 beacon lights rocking and rolling and stuff like that, you know. So yeah, you know, we made a number of, you know, in my opinion, you know, substantial changes to this Giant, you know, this version compared to the, you know, the Giant software mod, you know. I've also added a new light to the side here. So we've got this light here at the side, right? This is, you know, Giants. So what I did was I added another light over here, right, to kind of match it. And you've got like full 360 kind of lights now, you know. 1, 2, 3 stages, right? So you know, in my opinion, I think this is the color scheme of this thing looks really awesome, you know. And it's not something that we just kind of came up with, you know. It is based on a you know, a real world HydroTrike, you know. So that is kind of, my friends, that's kind of the, you know, the overview of the HydroTrike here, you know. And you know, hopefully you guys like it, you know. You know, we put a lot of effort into this. Yeah, the log is clean. Okay. So you can see where the HydroTrike loads in here, look. You can see the vibro and stuff like that, you know. So the log is clean. The test runner log is clean and stuff like that, you know. So, you know, there are, you know, pretty substantial changes compared to the, let's say, the original Giants mod. We fixed a lot of problems with the model, you know, Giants related stuff, you know. And you know, we hope people like it, you know. So basically, This mod will be available tomorrow, Saturday. So that's mods.mygamesteam.com. The link is in the description. This will be completely free. Anybody can go to, MyGameSteam's website, download the mod for free, and have at it. That type of thing. So, but MyGameSteam does have a Patreon. Okay, so basically what MyGameSteam does, we're always working on stuff, right? So he has a lot of exclusive mods that are in beta testing stages, right? So these are mods that are custom made, original 3D models, made from scratch, that type of thing. You've probably seen, I've showed some of the stuff off before, right? So what people can do is you can sign up to his Patreon, and you can get access to these mods because they are in beta testing phase and stuff like that. Early access basically, and you can kind of test out, and if you want to give feedback on the mods, if you have ideas and suggestions, for changes or stuff you wanted added or whatever, so you might want to check that out. Go to mods.mygamesteam.com, and there'll be a section on the website where you can, go check out the Patreon, the different levels and what you get and stuff like that, There's a lot of benefits, MyGameSteam helps with, 3D models, XML, bugs, issues with mods and stuff like that, people want custom mods made. People have bugs in their actual mods, whether it be i3D or XML. Part of the Patreon kind of benefits is we'll help people out basically, stuff like that. But there are various levels, go check it out, see what's available, what tiers are available. And but we do have a lot of absolutely 100% free mods as well. So MyGameSteam, he's got like 317 mods at this point, going back to FS19, So there's only a small few that are kind of Patreon. It helps him kind of pay for the website, pay for the server, stuff like that. The hosting of the mods and that type of thing. He doesn't make a penny out of it. You know what I mean? It's basically just to cover his costs. Right, my friends. There you go. Bit of a quick one from me. As I said, this has kind of been my kind of passion project, as it were. Obviously MyGameSteam helped out a tremendous lot, but the kind of the idea and everything kind of came from my brain, if that makes sense. And I'm very happy with it. I think it's something a little bit different. And hopefully you guys like it, and stuff. So there you go, my friends. That is going to be it from me. So yeah, we got Giants. Obviously, we'll have that Nexat pack on Tuesday the 11th. From what I've seen from live streams and various videos on YouTube, it looks pretty damn good. I will give credit where credit is due. It looks pretty damn good. It's vastly better than that shite that was the Antonio Carrera DLC from 22. The first DLC, which like nobody used. I think people are gonna enjoy using it. It's very, very expensive though, in terms of purchasing in game. So I think the average Viking actually made it up. It's almost £3 million pounds or euros, whatever, to buy the complete set, it was, as it were. So in terms of in-game purchasing, it is definitely probably the most expensive DLC in terms of purchasing in-game equipment. So the base game Nexat vehicle, the carrier vehicle, is 655,000, and then the implements are crazy amounts of money as well, But yeah, it looks really, really good though, I have to say, I'm not, people think I'm this negative Delhi about Giants and I'm always down on them and criticizing them. That's not true, If I for example, with their HydroTrike, their original model, I don't say this stuff, just to be an asshole or a negative Nelly. I want them to get a, fix the bloody thing. You know what I mean? If I spot problems with the 3D model or whatever, I expect them to go back, update the mod, and put it on the mod hub as an update. You know what I mean? Like any modder would do. But all too often, I find is that when Giants put out a mod, right, they just leave it, or they're not aware of the issues. So yeah, I've posted, all the various bugs on the Giant software forum, all the stuff that we found, So I've let them know that there are problems with the mod, and say this is wrong, can you fix this, blah blah blah. So hopefully Giants do update this HydroTrike and fix all of the issues that we found, But if I see something is wrong with a model, or if I think something's wrong with the game, I'm gonna say so. I am not a shill. I don't shill for anybody. I have my opinions, and I'm gonna speak my mind. You know what I mean? But I don't do it to be an asshole or just negative for the sake of being negative. I'm very passionate about this game. I'm very passionate about Farming Simulator. I don't want Giants to fail as a company. I want them to succeed. I want them to employ people. I want them to have the best possible game. But they have to listen to their customers, their paying customers. They've got to listen. There are major problems with Farming Simulator 25 as a game. There are performance issues. There are issues with VRAM usage, especially on lower end GPUs. My 3060, so I've got a laptop 3060, really struggles. My desktop 3080 12GB really struggles. I mean, there are no VRAM issues with a 3080, but I can windrow grass or hair, whatever, and my FPS will drop to 40 FPS on a 3080. There should be no excuse for that. That is purely a game optimization thing. The game is poorly coded. It is poorly optimized. The engine, Giants Engine 10, is creaking at the seams because it simply cannot handle things. The advanced graphics that they put into 25, in my opinion, is way too much. It's not optimized. Console players are having a hell of a time. I know PC players are having a hell of a time. So, I say this stuff because I want them to fix the game. I want them to be the best company that they can be. And I want to be able to enjoy the game. And currently, unfortunately, the way the state of FS25 at currently is, I am not enjoying FS25. That's just my opinion. I know many other people are. I also know there are other people who are having major problems with the game. But, as I said, I don't want Giants to, collapse or go away. I want them to succeed. I want them to grow. I want them to employ more people. I want them to bring out more games. I want them to get better, improve, fix the bugs, give us great DLC, give us great games, great content, and, and just keep going forward. And, that's kind of it, really, Right, my friends, I'm going to leave it there. I've waffled on enough, I think. So, my friends, listen, I'm going to say thank you all very much for tuning in. I appreciate it. So, if you want to download the mod, the special edition HydroTrike, mods.mygamesteam.com. Link is in the description. And it'll be available sometime tomorrow. I don't know when, but sometime tomorrow, Saturday. And I hope you guys enjoyed the mod. But for right now, my friends, I'm going to say thank you all very much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Take care. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.